Brianna see so many things. And I help you through your spiritual awakening to find that beautiful light being inside, and at times to be that light warrior. You need to find that. So some messages have been coming through for collective, and I've been thinking, like, I've been getting the I try to seclude myself so I get the messages I need to get from the divine and not get swayed in any way, unless I'm invited to watch certain ones to get cute. And that kind of sends me down a little psychic journey rabbit hole, right? At you. And so I've been thinking, I'm feeling this is spiritual political. I was sitting here and all of a sudden I'm like, people think this the Antichrist. And I'm like, really? And I'm having this two-way conversation with divine and myself. And what I was told and what I've witnessed as well throughout my life is he's uproaring the whole government system, and as humans, we get used to routine. We kind of become compliant with routine. And when something gets uproared, we kind of panic, like what's going to happen, that fear of lack of supporting ourselves and stuff kind of starts creeping in. And spiritually, as you know of the Bible, they say the devil will use the word of as people, right? I'm not quoting that perfectly, I'm sure. The darkness will sway the light and it can. And we are split. The 3D and 5D were at like this T where it was kind of like, well, now it's split and it's starting to veer off further and further. And what I was told by the divine is that Trump and Elon are trying to find a new way, a better system of the government to be working for the people and not advantage of the people. A more honest, pure way, and it's just upheavaling. They're attacking each other, and it's kind of like if you watch some of it, very childish and it's very intimidating because it's history repeating itself. And that's where the darkness starts creeping in into your mind, into your subconscious, because you have these subconscious thoughts. Yeah, everything's fine right now, but what if? What if? You see in history the Great Depression and, famine and disease. It's all in our subconscious. And that's how the devil, the darkness, evil will sway you. And in that, to act out of anything to get things to upset you and trigger you, right? So that's why in some of my videos I've been asking you, if something triggers you, go within and kind of write a pros and cons to that trigger of why it's good it triggered you and why it's not. And then to each of that one pro and that one con, make a pro and cons to each of those, and see where it goes, and see what words you write and what phrases you write and how those feel, because we need to clear these seeds of doubt and fear and lack out of us. Because at some point, divine is going to ask you, did you have full faith, unconditional faith? 'Cause in the end, that unconditional faith is faith in you, right? And that unconditional faith and hope, like you ever see an animal come up to you after it's been battered and is sheltered and just comes up to you and it just warms up to you, that unconditional trust, no matter what it's been. It's been beaten the soul out of it. The soul still comes out intact and still trusts. So that is where I still hold out hope, because if animals can be that loving and trusting, that's who we are too. And we just have to shine and feel that within ourselves, and also not burying and burying what does trigger us in emotions. And I'm watching people just zone out on their phones and screen time, and they detach from their body. They quit watching TV 7 years ago. I'll watch it sporadically if I'm at a friend's house, and I just see what it does to you. It's like you could drool. It's like an opioid, like you're overdosing on an opioid. Oh, anyways, okay, sorry, that was mom. That was, oh, mom. I apologize. But really, don't lose hope. That hope is your light. Shine it like that lighthouse. Because you are a lighthouse. And then it'll light up the world, and that light will turn this world into utopia. Okay, I love you all. Bye.